Hey guys, so today we are actually headed over to my mom and dad's house. I have a few things that we're going to be planting for them, so here we go. We've made it here, and the plan for today, guys, we are going to get quite a few different daffodils in the ground, probably about 100, maybe a little bit more. We're going to be dividing some peonies, a little bit of garden cleanup, and I have this gorgeous smoke bush right here, another clearance buy. Originally about 30 bucks, picked it up for 15. My mom says she wanted one, so we're going to get that in the ground, maybe create a whole new flower bed. Not quite sure yet, but I'm going to go ahead and unload all of this stuff and we're going to get started. So the plan is to tuck in quite a bit of daffodils in these two large flower beds up front. They have quite a few roses in this area, but I think I'm going to be tucking the daffodils in between all of the roses. And they have this second large flower bed right here. So we're just going to be interspersing all of the daffodils in between these perennials. And I think that will put on a good show this spring. And the second area that I'm going to be working on today is this area right down there. So in this area, I plan on creating a flower bed. I'm going to put the smoke bush right in this area, but the soil is really rocky and powdery. So I did grab a few bags of compost to amend this area. But the plan is to create a flower bed over here. So let's go ahead and get the smoke bush in the ground. So this hole is deep enough. I'm just going to amend the soil over here a bit with this compost. And then we're going to go ahead and tuck in the smoke tree. I'm going to stand back and make sure it's placed the way I want it. So I'm going to break up these roots a bit. I'm going to give it a nice drink of water. And go ahead and fill it in. So the smoke tree is in. So the plan now is to make this whole area into a flower bed. The smoke tree will match these corbels, this large grouping of corbels that my mom has planted over here. It's going to match these beautifully. So I want to incorporate this little small planting into a larger flower bed, which will contain the smoke tree. I do have, this is a snowball bush. That probably will have to move, but right now I think I'm going to draw the lines out for this flower bed so we can see the area that we're going to be working with. I'm going to start right here using the shovel, and I'm just going to dig out where the edging will be for this flower bed. So this is what we have so far. I just dug a small trench outlining the way I wanted the flower bed to be. This ground was extremely hard and compacted and a ton of rocks. It was extremely harder than I thought it would be and did take quite a bit of time. But now the plan is to utilize some of these rocks in the soil around here. So I'm thinking I'm just going to fill up this trench with the rocks, and I think that would be a beautiful edging. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to grab a few rocks out of their front yard as well. They have quite a bit. They have really, really rocky soil. So I'm just going to utilize a lot of these. So I have quite a few in this box that I've collected, and I'm just going to be placing them in this little trench area to create my edging. And honestly, I think this will add a really nice decorative touch. So I'm going to see what this looks like when that's all done. So the new flower bed is complete. All of the rocks came from the property. This property is littered with rocks, so now they have a new way to utilize all of them. I love the curve of this new flower bed. Can't wait to get some mulch out here and quite a bit more plants. I did remove the snowball bush that was planted right in this area. I did tuck it over in this spot right here. I do have another one at my house. I did give this one to my mom. I bought two, one for me, one for her. But I might bring that second one over here and plant in this flower bed. So one on each side of the smoke tree. I think that might look nice. So I'm going to be bringing in quite a few more plants. I still have to get the daffodils in the ground. And we weren't able to get to the peony project today, so hopefully when we divide these, my mom's going to give me a few, and I'm hoping to tuck a few in this new flower bed. But once we get everything situated over here, a few more plants and shrubs and some mulch, I think this area will really pop. But they like it and I like it, and like I said, it's a new way to use some of the rocks. So thank you guys for joining me on this project. Still have to get all the daffodils that I bought over here planted. I ran out of time, so I'm not going to be able to do that today. So that will be next time I come over here. Hopefully I'm going to get those in the ground and the peonies. So thank you guys for joining me on this project, and I hope again to see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye. Hey guys, so I have made it back to my mom and dad's house to get the daffodils in the ground. I'm just going to be tucking them in these front two flower beds. So I'm going to go ahead and set up the camera and we're going to get started. So I tucked in 90 daffodils in this bed right here. I underestimated exactly how many daffodils would go per bed, but 90 have been tucked in this space. I do not have 90 more of that kind of daffodil, and I kind of want both beds to have the same daffodils in them, so I'm gonna have to go back to the store and get a few more bags for this space right here. So for today, the daffodil planting will be done. I do have some spirea I said I would cut back for them, so let's go ahead and do that. So this is their hedge of spirea. They actually have 2 hedges on the property of spirea, and all of the spirea has came from my property. There is an area on the property where, well, it has been overtaken by woods, but a lot of spirea does grow in that area. And when I'm able to, usually and probably early spring, late fall, I'm able to get over in that area and grab a few bushes. So all of this has came from that spot on my property. I'm gonna go ahead and trim these back, and I might make it to the second hedge next to their shed. But the reason why we want to trim these back is because these were not trimmed back last year. Spirea does bloom on new growth, and if you do not trim these back, they will become leggy. We want these to be tightly formed and bushy, so I'm going to go ahead and cut these back. So I really don't think there's a wrong way to do this. I'm just going to get in here and start cutting. Like I said, these do grow on new wood, so I can cut it back as far down as I like, and these will be just fine next year. And I'm just going to go ahead and move on down the line. The first hedge of spirea is complete. I probably could have taken it down a little bit lower, but I think this is just fine. My dad is blowing the leaves out of the second hedge, so let's go ahead and trim those as well. This is the second hedge of spirea, extremely leggy, so I'm going to get this cut down. So the second hedge of spirea has been cut back. This hedge camouflages the fact that the shed is on bricks to be leveled. The ground steady declines as you walk back further into the garden. So this does camouflage that very well. It will be growing back even bushier next spring. It blooms on new wood, so that is fine. I did not touch this bridal wreath spirea. This already started to bud up because we've had such a warm fall. It's already producing buds, and you really want to cut the bridal wreath spirea back in the spring after it has flowered. So I didn't touch that. And I also could tuck some daffodils down here as well when I come back with some more. I still have to divide the peonies as well. So I hope I can catch you guys on the next one when I am back in their garden doing a bit more work. But thank you for joining me on this project, and I hope again to see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.